globalization as such helps some countries that are particularly well able to benefit, like China and India and Brazil. It doesn't, as such, really help poor countries, particularly in Africa, because there are lots of barriers to them exporting and they're overwhelmed by imports. There is a globalization of ideas and mobilizing civil society. So from a human rights point of view, what we keep pointing out is, yes, communicate your good practices in holding governments to account. Use the modern means of communication, which is part of globalization, to make sure that governments serve the people and that the civil society groups link together. And that is a broad, it's trade unions, it's churches, faith-based, broadly, it's young people, it's teachers, it's not just lawyers and human rights community, but it's the whole range. And we need to share these good practices, which globalization does help. But in a way, in my view, civil society is absolutely crucial. But civil society is under threat in a lot of countries, and funding of civil society is under threat. Governments are trying to stop funding from the outside. So, and every human rights campaign is always needed in our world. But in particular now, in relation to the Development Summit and the MDGs, we need to ensure that the voices of civil society are heard. We're going to have round tables of heads of state. We need civil society included in those round tables. We need side events where civil society can really say what it is. They're the reality check, they're the accountability people, and their voice is absolutely essential if we're going to ensure that we can deliver on the Millennium Development Goals, which are not very ambitious. They are necessary, and I would like to go further.